The RV Show USA is brought to you by Flagstaff, Rockwood, building better RVs, making smarter RVers.
The majority of folks who listen to us on local radio stations or catch our videos are not full-time RVers. Many are considering becoming full-time RVers. And to talk about that, how to make the transition to full-time maybe a little bit less stressful, stress less as possible, let's bring up our friends and correspondents from the YouTube channel You, Me, and the RV, Stacy and Phil Farley. What's going on?
Hey, how
what's
are
going
you?
on, Wingman?
We're doing pretty good. I understand y'all are out in Vegas. Are you just rolling in the dough or what?
We don't actually gamble.
No.
We like to keep our money. We don't want to give it away.
You just went there for the coolness or what?
Yes.
We thought the weather would be perfect, so
Yeah.
we just hopped on down to the desert.
We heard 110 degrees was the perfect temperature to come hang out in Vegas.
But it's a dry heat, right?
Oh, yeah, right.
Right. Yeah.
So rumor has it y'all are being a part of something that's really cool, some kind of a movie deal. What's the story on that? Then we're going to. What can you tell us?
The new James Bond movie. No,
Yeah.
it's not that. Go ahead.
It's actually a TV show, and here's the name. It's RVing in the USA. It is going to have a 1-hour premiere on Discovery Channel during Shark Week. And of course, you'll have to check all your local listings for that. And then the season will actually start in January. So we are just thrilled to be a part of it.
Yeah, and we're palling around with some folks you may have heard of, Changing Lanes, who are going to be in the show as well. So I don't know if I stole their thunder, but there you have it.
Well, and I have a question. I'm joking, okay, just so you know I'm joking. But I know you did a video not long ago about a nudist campground, a clothing optional RV park. Y'all are gonna play that part in this TV show, are you?
Not this girl. No, that's never.
That would not be must-see TV.
We want them to keep watching the show, so that wouldn't be a good thing.
Yeah.
All right,
I wear a cardigan, so it wouldn't be pretty.
Well, when y'all started RVing, would you describe it as a stressful process, or, I know you're real big on planning.
For me, I don't know about Phil, but for me, it wasn't stressful at all. Of course, our military background played a big part in that. We moved so many times, and we had so many huge changes that went on every few years. For us, it was just par for the course. The hardest part, I think, was really Phil purging his stuff. Because he likes his stuff a little bit.
Yeah, I like stuff. I get attached to things easy. But Stacy told me one day when I was struggling to get rid of things, she said, we can replace most of this later on. And I went, okay, well, newsflash, here it goes. So once we started the purging, and I started to get rid of my stuff a little bit faster, then it got a lot easier.
Yeah, and I do think doing as much research as possible ahead of time will make that stress, will ease the stress, your burden. So kind of know what you're getting into as much as possible. Of course, with change, there are always things you can't predict, but just kind of rolling with the punches.
Yeah, Stacy's advice was to start small. Start with a closet in a room and go there, or start with a drawer or drawers in your kitchen and just gradually work your way up to getting rid of things. So that kind of helped us.
Yeah.
So how many storage units do y'all have?
We do have one storage unit right now.
Just
How big
one?
is it?
It's a 10 by 10 there in San Antonio, and we could probably go down to probably a 5 by 10 or a 5 by 5 because we've purged every time we go back to San Antonio. We purge a little bit more as we realize that this lifestyle has no end date. So we don't really need all that stuff that we thought we were going to keep.
The only thing we kept is things we can't replace, sentimental things. So everything else is gone.
How long did it take you, when you said we're going to do this, until you really did it? I mean, 6 months, a year, some people just do it in like 60 days. What did y'all do?
It was almost 2 years. We still had a son in high school. So he, and then he was starting college. So actually our plan was a 4-year plan because we wanted to get him through college. But he decided college wasn't for him and joined the Navy. So when he joined the Navy, it sped up our time frame, but it was still almost 2 years.
Wow. What are a couple of things that people need to consider if they're going to go full time? I mean, what are the biggest couple of things that people need to realize? Maybe the importance of a realistic budget, or I don't know.
I think budget is definitely key to surviving and enjoying the process. And I also think being debt free would really change it for you. So if you're going into this with a lot of debt, but you want to go play as you're traveling, that's really going to decrease the amount of playtime and tickets really that you're going to be able to buy. So I think having a nice emergency fund, I sound like Dave Ramsey already. Having an emergency fund and being as debt free as possible will really make it more exciting and more enjoyable for you.
We started putting away money for emergencies, maintenance, tires. We started doing that a little bit at a time before we got into it so that we were prepared. And people ask us all the time, how much do you think I'll need to do this? It's like, well, we don't know your lifestyle. So if you had a budget while you were living at your sticks and bricks, your apartment or whatever, start there. I mean, you had a budget that you lived within, start there and then make the transition.
But it's probably going to be more expensive than you think it's going to be. I mean, wouldn't you say, generally speaking, most people underestimate the actual cost?
Absolutely. I think a lot of people watch a lot of videos where people are boondocking in Arizona for 6 months a year. If you want to do that, that's great, but that was not our goal. Our goal was to tour the U.S. to see and do as much as we can along the way. So that costs money. It's not free. So I would definitely take that budget that you set for yourself, and I would either double it or add another fourth and see if you can live within that. And then if you have extra money at the end of the month, it's so much better than being stuck with not making it to the end of the month.
Yeah. Well, on a recent video, y'all discussed the costs and that some of the costs had doubled from what you had projected your budget because of COVID. Can you kind of give us the what you found out and why that took place?
For us, the reason it took place was because we ended up spending a lot more time in private campgrounds. We do boondock when we can. We stay at a lot of state parks and COEs, and they're a little less expensive than some of the private parks. But because a lot of the state parks closed and we had to basically hunker and shelter in place, we were in private parks for about 5 months in a row. So that played had a big impact on our budget. And then there was a second thing that impacted our budget. Phil actually had surgery during that time, and we decided to rent a casita. So I was able to help him in the shower. We had a huge shower in the casita, so that actually upped our budget just a little bit.
But it was, we were going to be sitting anyway. We knew, we were going to have the extra time and well, not extra money, but we knew that it was there. It was going to blow the budget. So we went for it.
It was worth it. Golf course, we got to watch the guys play or attempt to play sometimes golf. It was a lot of fun.
And so all the more need for an emergency fund, a realistic emergency fund. In terms of, okay, so you said you had to stay in campgrounds, private campgrounds for more than you thought you were going to. What challenges do y'all face when you're looking for campgrounds? I mean, how do you go about finding places to stay? Do you book a long ways in advance, or do you kind of wing it, or what's some advice there? What do y'all do?
We definitely are a wing it kind of people.
Yeah, we didn't start out as a wing it kind of people. Stacy planned well in advance. That went out the window probably our first 6 months.
Yes.
When it didn't allow us to adjust on the fly, we couldn't be spontaneous. Now we're winging it, and Stacy, I tell you what, she works her magic to find us some places sometimes.
Yeah, and I do definitely search for out of the way places. Like I said, we like city parks, county parks, state parks. Those are
Corps of Engineers.
Yeah, we like to kind of be tucked in with some trees and stuff. So that's usually those kind of parks. But like you said, we wing it so we can be flexible and be on the fly. And so far, it has totally worked for us.
What do you do on holiday weekends? We got the 4th of July coming up. After that, you got Labor Day. Do y'all stay in crowded campgrounds? Or you try to escape and hide, get off the grid till the weekend's over? What do you do?
And no.
It just depends on where we are. We did get caught. What was the holiday recently? We did get caught at a holiday. Maybe it was, I don't even remember, but we ended up staying at 2 separate Cracker Barrels because, of course, I didn't book ahead of time, and holidays are very tricky. If you can't get a cancellation, you're probably not going to get a spot. So, we went from Cracker Barrel to Cracker Barrel in Savannah on our way to Charleston. So that one didn't work out so well for us.
But, normally we plan ahead so that we're
for the holidays,
so that we're in a park and we don't have to worry about it. This one just snuck up on us and got away.
I got you. So, but being in Savannah, though, that's not a bad place to spend some time, even in a Cracker Barrel parking lot.
Right.
Yeah.
Right.
No,
Hey,
we made it work.
When y'all look into the future of RVing, what are some of your concerns in terms of, I don't know, costs? Are you worried about anything, or we're like, no big deal, we can handle whatever comes our way, or what? You got to have some concerns.
Well, I mean, there's always concerns, but to me, the cost of RVing going up, it goes with everything else. Everything is going up right now. COVID has really wreaked havoc on our economy, and you can't get things shipped in. Still, we're having trouble with manufacturing. So I don't think it's just an RVing thing. I just think it's our economy. If we were in a sticks and bricks, we'd be facing the same things with increasing prices. I just think you just have to watch your budget and still live within the budget, no matter what that is.
Y'all seem to just have fun wherever you go. I mean, you make a little thing a big experience. I don't know how you do it, but I guess that's probably why me and the RV is so popular. Your channel has grown so much in a short amount of time. What do you credit your success to?
Me.
Phil's a big dork.
I was going to say that, Phil, but I was going to be wrong too.
No, we're exactly who we are. You know, the couple you see on screen is who we are in person, and we try to stay true to that. There's not much that will shake us up. We like to have
not much that will shake me up.
We like to do adventurous things, and when we started this journey, we wanted to spend our money doing things, not sitting in resort parks paying for amenities that we weren't going to use. So we just want to show the fun side of things, being able to tour the country, being able to get up and move when you want, getting out and enjoying things.
Yeah.
And on top of that, we can laugh at ourselves. I mean, Stacy laughs at me, and she's been laughing at me for 30 plus years. She's been telling me where to go for 30 years, and I just keep going. So it's a great marriage.
Okay, so you said adventure, you like adventure, and you like laughing. So I got to ask you, what is the deal with the clothing optional nudist RV park?
Well, that actually, I don't even remember how that came up.
We saw an article somewhere, and we just started talking about it. It was like, that would be a great conversation piece.
Well, we actually debated it, and I recorded the debate, and I was like, heck no.
You didn't go. You didn't.
No, heck no. That's how we said no on our thumbnail. We didn't go. We just debated if we should go or not. And Phil was like, heck yeah, let's try it. And I was like, I've been a nurse for many years. I've seen enough stuff. I don't need to go to one of those, and nobody needs to know what's going on here.
But it was, I tell you, some of the responses that we got were, I would say, kind of 50-50. Some couples, the guy said, nope, my wife would never go for it. The other half, the wife would say, well, I would go, but my husband would never go for it. So it was interesting to get different folks' take. Mm-hmm. But interestingly enough, on our website, on Stacy's blog, we had RV recalls and nudist camp, an article on the nudist camp, and more people clicked on the nudist camp article than they did RV recalls.
No.
Let
me tell you.
Click to date.
3 years ago, I had heard about, somebody said, you need to do a story on a nudist camp, RV park. And I did. I couldn't believe the response. I mean, but it wasn't all negative. Like you said, Phil, half and half. There's a lot of people like, where is that place?
Yeah. Curiosity was the word of the day. But it was just good fun, good conversation. We were just curious as to what other people thought about it, and we were actually surprised on the responses.
There are plenty of people that say, heck yeah, you'll meet the friendliest people there. We go all the time. So it just, I guess, depends on your perspective. But we're good. We don't need to go.
Yeah.
All right, so what do the next few months look like for you, me, and the RV? Y'all have any big plans, any meetups, or what's going on?
We don't have any yet. We kind of just extended here in Vegas. I know, shocking with the heat, but we did a thing with the TV show RVing in the USA where we tested ourselves scuba diving. We tried it for the first time, and we are hooked. So we are getting scuba certified.
Yeah, we had never.
Right now, we're in the process.
We had never scuba dived before. I didn't think I could because I had ear issues as a kid and whatnot. And we met with the diving instructor, if you will, and I asked him about my ear problem. He said, if you can fly, you can dive. Nobody ever said that to me. So we dove, and we were hooked. So
where are you going to Lake Mead out there? Is that where you're diving?
Yes.
Oh.
So the channel can just get ready because we're going to go in the water as much as possible once we're certified.
Yeah, we're super excited.
Yeah, that lake is so clear. Visibility is just excellent. So anyway, listen, guys, we're going to go ahead and let y'all go. But thank you for being with us. I hope you have a fun and prosperous summer. And, I can't wait to see what you guys do on the Discovery Channel.
Thank you so much.
We appreciate the support, Alan. And, we love the show. I love that shirt even more. So I'm going to be checking into that.
Well, thank you. Can we check back in with y'all in a month or two?
Oh,
Absolutely.
Sure.
Absolutely.
All right. Y'all be good. Take care. We'll see you again soon.
Thanks,
Bye-bye.
Alan. Bye.
All right. Bye-bye. All right. You, me, and the RV, everybody, on YouTube. You need to check them out. You can also connect with Stacy and Phil. They are our correspondents on the radio show through our website at thervshowusa.com. Click on our team and you'll find them there, as well as links to all our radio show correspondents. Again, thervshowusa.com.